Hello. So this is the first tutorial on creating a social networking site in Node.js and MongoDB. And in this tutorial, we will cover the creating of a project authentication system, which will include login, registration, and logout. And also we will do the profile update feature, where user will be able to update his cover photo and his profile image. The first thing you need to do is to download Node.js and MongoDB. You can download Node.js from this website. Its link will also be mentioned in the description. And for MongoDB as well, its link will also be mentioned in the description. You can download the MongoDB server, go to the server tab, and here you can select your operating system and download your desired version. We are creating a new folder and I'm naming it my social network. And let's clean up the folder. Open your favorite editor. I'm using Sublime Text, and open this folder in Sublime Text and create a new file name server.js. That will be the server file, main server file of your project. And also open terminal in this folder. So open your terminal and write cd, and in here you will enter the path of your project root folder, and you have to start the npm and you have to start the project using npm init, and just enter in all the fields that will be set as default type yes. And now you have to include all the modules required for this project. We will need express module to start the project, express formidable to handle input fields, MongoDB that will be serve as a database, HTTP that will start the server, bcrypt to convert the plain text for password into hash, FS stands for file system, so you can save files in your folder in your project. JSON web token that will be used for authentication. Each user will have its own access token. EJS, it is a design template for Node.js that will be used like HTML. And Socket.io for real-time communication. For example, when two people are having a chat, they do not have to refresh the page. Their incoming messages will automatically be displayed using sockets. And to start the server, we are using NoDaemon. You can install this module using this command. And since I have already installed it, I can simply run NoDaemon and the name of server file, and the server will be started. Now I need to create an object for all the modules I just installed, Express, and create an instance of Express and save it in app, create a formidable module, and set the app to use the formidable module, create an instance of MongoDB, and MongoDB we will use MongoDB client, which will start the MongoDB server and set the database. And MongoDB will also have object ID that will be the unique ID of each document created. And we have HTTP to start the server, bcrypt to encrypt the plain text file, file system to save the file, JSON web token to save access tokens, and it will also require a access token string. You can set any string you want. And now we will telling the server that we will be using public folder where all our CSS and JS files will be displayed, and our view engine will be EJS. And we are creating an instance of Socket.io. We are setting the Socket.io ID as empty because each user will have its own Socket ID, and we have users. Users will be an array where all connected users will be displayed. We will deal with that later when we come to the chat feature part. And we are setting the main URL of our server, and we are connecting with the Socket.io. Just display a message whenever a new user is connected, and when a new user is connected, his ID will be stored in a global socket ID variable. Now we are going to start the project at 3000 port, and this will be a callback that will be called when the server started running. And we are connecting with the database. Here we just have to set the path of MongoDB. This is default for all localhost, and here we are setting the database name. I am calling it my social network, and this will be the sign up route which will be called when we access the sign up from URL, and here we will display a page name signup.egs. You don't have to write the extension. So the server is running, and now I can access it using localhost colon 3000, and we do not have the default route, but we have sign up route, and in sign up route it is looking for file name signup.egs. And to download all the resources you have to go to this GitHub link, GitHub Adnan Afzal 565 and social network resources. You just have to download this file. It will have all the CSS and JS files required for this project. Download this file. I am saving it in desktop. The file is about 9 MB of size, and once downloaded you just have to extract the file, and in this folder you will also see a folder named public. You just have to extract this folder as well and copy this public folder and paste it in your project root folder. Once pasted, you can delete the downloaded file. So here it have all the CSS and JS files. Create another folder named views where all our views files will be displayed as well. So now I'm going to create a file named signup.egs in our views folder, and in this file we will set the layout required for sign up form. We have basic title tag that will be displayed in the browser title bar. We are going to include all our CSS files required to design the sign up form. We have main CSS, style CSS, and 2 more CSS files. So all are placed in public folder, in public inside CSS folder. And when it comes to the body part, we are displaying the sign up form at the center of the screen. So we are creating a row, but we are also giving an offset of 3 columns, and the width of sign up form will be of 6 columns, so it will take the half width of screen. We are setting a heading for sign up and creating a form. When the form is submitted, we will call our JavaScript function named doRegister, and it will send an AJAX request to the server to save the user data in MongoDB file in MongoDB database. We have full name, and we have username, email, username will be set as will be required as unique, so, and email as well, so email will be unique as well. We will handle it at the server side. And we have password field. Password will be type will be password, and the password will be stored in hash, so it will be encrypted, which means that even if your database get hacked, then the hacker will not be able to know the actual passwords of your users. And we are also creating a simple radio button for gender, male or female. That will be very useful if you are creating a social networking site. We are setting the male radio to be checked by default, but user can change that to female as well if he wants to change it. And finally, we are creating a link to login page. So if user already have an account, then he do not need to register. He can simply go to this link and log in himself. And this is the submit button, which when clicked will submit the form. and when the form is submitted, our do register function will be called. So we have to create this do register function in our JavaScript tag. Make sure to create it before the body tag is closed. Create a script tag, and inside this tag create a function name do register. It will have a parameter of form. We are setting the register button to be disabled so user does not have to call it multiple times, and we are displaying a message loading in the submit button, and we are creating an ajax object. We are setting the type to post, the route to sign up, and it will be an asynchronous request. And when the response is received from server, we have ready state as 4 and status is 200. So when the response is received from server, we will remove the disable attribute from submit and set the inner text to by default, which was register. The response will be received in JSON string, so we have to convert it back into JSON objects. And we have the message which we are displaying in an alert box. And if the status response from server is success, then we are simply redirecting the user to login, which means that the user has been registered. And finally, we are sending the request, and we have to send it as a form data object because we are using express formidable module, so it will be easy if we send the request as form data object. Now create this post route in your server.js file. Sign up post route, and it will have request and result. Request will be the values received in this request and the result that we want to respond back to the client. We are receiving name, username, email, and we are receiving password. All are received in fields object, and we are receiving gender as well. First, we are going to check if the enter username or email is already exist. So we make sure that the email will always be unique in each document. So if the user is null, it means that the email does not exist. So we are converting his password into hashing, and then we are inserting a new document in users collection, setting name, username, email, password will be hashed, password and gender, and we are setting profile image as empty, cover photo as empty. These are all the fields that we are going to need later, so we are setting it as well. Country, about me, friends, it will have an empty array. Pages that he has liked, notifications that he has received, groups that he has joined, posts that he has posted so far. And this is the callback that will be called when the data is successfully inserted in users collection. We are simply displaying a message back to client that the user has been created and he can log in now. And if the user object is not null, which means that the email already exists, so we are just sending an error message back to client. So now you just have to refresh the page, make sure the server is started. Now daemon server.js, and refresh the page, write all the fields that you set, password and gender. The message has been displayed and it has been redirected to login route. And MongoDB Compass, you will need this. Its link will also be mentioned in the description. We have my social network database and we have users collection. You see all the data that has been entered is saved here. Now we are going to create a route for login page. Create a get route for login page, and in this route we will simply be rendering a page name login.ejs. So just like we created a page for signup.ejs, we are also creating a page name login.ejs. This page will be almost identical to the sign up page with a few changes. For example, the CSS files will remain the same. We have 4 CSS and same will be used in sign up and same will be used in login. In fact, they will same will be using in our home page as well. We will come back to that later. And in body tag we will also set the uh, login form in the center, so we will be giving it a offset of 3, and the width of this form will also be 6, so it will cover the half width of screen. We are setting a heading as login, and we are creating a form, and same when the form is submitted we will call our JavaScript function named doLogin, which will call an AJAX request to server to authenticate the user. And in this form we will have just two fields. We will have email and we will have password, and they will also be same as we did in our sign up form. The tag will be password and both fields will be required. And in this form we will display a registration link like we displayed a login link in the sign up page. We will display a sign up link in login page, and we will create a submit button which when clicked will submit this form and call our JavaScript function name do login. So before closing the body tag we need to create a function in JavaScript named do login, and it will have one parameter which will be the form itself. Do login and form, it has parameter. We are setting the disabled attribute to the submit button, and we are displaying a loading message in submit button. And then we are creating an AJAX object. We will set the AJAX type to post and the route to login, and it will be an asynchronous. When the response is received from server, we will have ready state 4 and status to 200. When the response is received, we will remove the disable attribute from submit button, and we will set the message back to login. We will convert the JSON string back to JSON object, and we will check if the response is success, which means that the user is successfully logged in. Then we will also be receiving access token from server, and we will be saving that access token in our local storage that will be saved in user's browser. And we will check if the user has selected his profile image. If not, then we will redirect the user to update profile page where he will be able to update his cover photo and profile image. Otherwise we will redirect to home page. And finally we will send the AJAX request as form data object. Just remove these three dots and make sure they are not in sign up as well. Now we need to create this login post route in our server.js file, and it will have request and result same as we had in sign up route, and we will be receiving just email and password in this request. First we are going to check the email of user, so we will be checking email and password separately. If the email does not exist, then we will simply send a message that the email does not exist. And if email exists, then we will compare the password that user has entered with what we have in MongoDB database. And it will send a parameter name is verify. And if the password is verified, then we will generate his access token using this JWT module dot sign function. Is a built-in function. We have to send an email or any other field you want. And when the access token is generated, we will also need the access token secret for this. When the access token is generated, we will update the user's collection with that access token. And we will simply send a message back that the user has been successfully signed in. and we will also send the access token and profile image of that user back to client, so he can save the access token in local storage and redirect the user to profile page if he has not set his profile image yet. So now it is saving in local storage and redirecting to update profile. Okay, now we are going to test it. I am entering the wrong password and it has displayed the message. And now I'm going to enter the correct password. The profile image was not set, so it has redirected to update profile, and you can see that a new field for access token will be created in MongoDB as well. So now we are going to create this update profile route, which will display a update profile page where user will be able to update his cover photo and his profile image like we have in all social media sites. We no longer need this login and sign up page, so we are going to close them. Create a file name update profile.ejs and create a folder name includes. It will have all the files that we are going to need like header and footer. Create two files, one name header.ejs and second name footer.ejs. And in header we will create the header which will be displayed in all pages, so we do not have to write the code again and again. In header we will display a title. We will include all our CSS files required for this project. We have 4 main CSS files which can be downloaded from uh, GitHub link that we mentioned earlier. And in body tag we have the theme layout. This is the default layout that will be displayed in all pages. We have a logo link on top left, which when clicked will move the user to the home page. And we will have main menu. Main menus will be generated dynamically. So if the user is logged in, then we will create a menu where he for logout link, and if the user is not logged in, then we will display login and registration link. We will create a global variable for main URL. We will set the main CSS style that will be used in all pages. The preview image while uploading a post, we will come back to that later. And in footer we will have all the code that will be displayed at the bottom of the page in all pages. You can write your website name here and the current year. It will be generated automatically. And in footer we will include all our JS files required for this project. We need jQuery and we need script as well, and you can find all these files in the GitHub link that we downloaded earlier, and they all will be placed in public JS. We need socket for real-time communication. We will create a global object for user. We will create a socket, and when this IO function is called, then our socket will be connected to server, and this function will be called when the page is successfully loaded. So we will call this get user function, and we will check if the user is logged in, then we will get the authenticated user's data. So whoever the user is logged in, we will get his profile using this get user API. We will create this in a few minutes. We will convert the response back in JSON, and if the status is success, it means that the user is logged in and we have fetched his profile. And we will set if this variable exists, then we are going to call this function show profile data, and if the status is not success, it means that the user is not logging. So we are going to remove his access token from local storage, and we are sending the request as form data object, and we are appending an access token in our object. And now create a show main menu function which will generate login and registration link if the user is logged in, if the user is not logged in. So we have set our conditions. If the user is logged in, then we will display a link for pages, a link for profile, a link for groups. And we have logout button. And if the user is not logged in, then we are going to show simply two links, one for login and one for sign up. And we are appending it in our main menu. And we are creating a do logout function which will simply remove the access token from local storage, and we are calling the get user function when the page is successfully loaded. And we are also creating an object on error which will be called if there is any error in our JavaScript code. An alert box will be displayed. So now we just need to include these two header and footer files in our update profile. Include a header at the top and footer at the bottom, and inside these inside these tags we will be setting our all code for update profile. So you see the user is connected, and this is the user connection using sockets. So now we need to create this get user server.js file, create a post route for get user, and it will receive the access token in request, and it will fetch the record of that user using access token. If the user does not exist, then we are simply displaying that the access token has been expired, so the user must log in again. And if the access token is not expired, then we are simply sending the user's data back to client. And we are also creating a get route for logout, which will simply redirect the user to home page, to login page where he can log in again. So you see I was logged in, so I can see these links, and when I logged out, then if I access that page, then I will be displaying only login and sign up links. So I'm going to log in again, and in update profile page now I'm going to display two images, one for cover photo and one for profile image. First we are creating a section for cover photo. This will be the image tag where our cover photo will be displayed, and this is the form which will help us to update the cover photo. So we will create an input type file which when clicked will allow the user to select a file, and as soon as the user select a file, we will submit this form, send an AJAX request to the server to save that user's cover photo. We will save the cover photo in images folder inside public folder, and we will save the path of image in our MongoDB database as well. And this is the section for profile image. This is the image tag where profile image will be displayed. And this is the form which will be used to update the profile image. It will have an input type file. As soon as the user selects some file, we will send an AJAX request to the server to save his selected image as his profile image. And make sure that the input type will only accept images. We will set this validation on server side as well. And here we are simply displaying the name of person. We have set a class name username, and we will use this to display his name on his profile page. First we need to do is to create a function that will be called when the user selects his cover photo, and that JavaScript function will send an AJAX request to server. So create a script tag and create a function. First we need to show the current profile image data, show profile data, and it will be called from footer.ejs. And we will simply display the user cover photo in cover photo image and profile image in profile image tag. Right now they will be empty, so you won't be able to see anything, but once updated, so you see it has displayed profile image and cover photo. Right now we do not have one, so we will create a function, JavaScript function, which will be called when the cover photo is selected. We are getting the form object, and we are creating an AJAX object, setting the type to post, and this will be the route. And when the response is received from server, then we will simply display the profile image, display the cover photo in our cover photo tag. We will parse the string back to JSON objects, and we will set the value, and we are sending the AJAX same as form data object, and in form data we are also appending an access token, so the server will know the user whose cover photo needs to be updated. Create a post route for upload cover photo, and in this request we are receiving in the access token of the person who sends the request and the cover photo. We will be receiving cover photo in files object. First check if the user exists. We can check this using his access token. So if the access token is expired, then we will be receiving as null object. If the user is null object, then we are simply sending the response back to client that the user has been logged out, so he needs to log in again. If not, then first we are checking the validation of a cover photo so that the selected file will be an image and not a video or any other file. Then we are, if user already has a previous cover photo, then we are removing that cover photo, so user will have only one photo at a time. And we are setting the path where cover photo will be saved. To set the unique name, we are setting the timestamp in file name, and rename function will save the file in server. Then we will update the user collection, and we will update the cover photo object using his access token. And this will be the callback that will be called when the cover photo is successfully updated. We are simply sending the response back to client, and we will send the path of updated cover photo. And if the user has selected any other file than image, like he has selected video or any other file, then we will simply display a message that he has selected the wrong type of file. We are going to select a file, and as soon as I selected, image will be updated. And if I refresh the page, it is still displaying the update image, which means that the image has been successfully updated. You can see in your public folder as well, and in your database you will see the cover photo value is updated. So now we will do the same for profile image. We will create a JavaScript function which will be called when the profile image is selected, and in this function we will send an AJAX request to server, but now with a different route, so that the server can update this as profile image. When the response is successfully received, then we will convert the JSON string back to JSON objects, and we will set the source attribute of profile image to what we are receiving from server. And finally, we will send the AJAX request using form data object, and in our form data we will also append the access token, so the server will know whose user's profile image needs to be updated. And return false will prevent the form from submitting. Create a post route for profile image, and it will be almost similar to the cover photo. We are receiving access token. First, we are checking if the access token is expired, which means that if the user is logged in or not. And the user object will be null if the user is not logged in. And we will simply display a message back to client. And then we are again checking the validation of image if the user has selected proper image and not any video or any other not spotted file. And we are again checking if the user has previous profile image, then we will remove that. And we are setting the path of image where image will be displayed. To make the name more unique, we will set a timestamp in it, and rename function will save the file in public images folder. And finally, we will update the profile image field in user document by using his access token. And this will be the callback that will be called when the profile image is successfully updated. We are simply sending the response, and we are also sending the updated profile image so he can display in image tag. And if the user has selected any invalid file format other than image, then we are also displaying an error message to him. Now simply test it, make sure the server is running. So my profile image is, I'm going to update my profile image. As soon as I select any image, it will send an AJAX request, and it will save in MongoDB database as well. So it is saved in images folder as well and MongoDB database as well. So that's all in this tutorial. In next video we will cover some more features of it. Stay tuned.